It says, when you take your pills but forget that you did a few minutes later and question yourself, do you take them again or skip it? This happens a lot with
Actually,
me. And I only have seizures once or twice a year, but this happens a lot with me.
that's never a problem with me because even though I take medicine 7 times a day, they're all in boxes. So
Boxes! I was
yeah,
gonna go upstairs and get my box.
Yeah.
This was my
My wife puts
so I just
them
have to check the box.
in
And
a
I would very
container
much
for
recommend
me.
putting them in boxes because that way, if you don't remember, because I never remember, I've got no brain up here, and
Okay.
then just put them in boxes maybe.
And then let's say you have to take like a liquid after you take your pills. For instance, like an Epidiolex or whatever. And you have a
Oh, so
syringe.
water doesn't bother you then, huh?
The what?
Oh, did I hear that on here or was that on the thread? Somebody was saying that they take a certain kind of medication. Oh, that was on the thread, I think. But
No,
they
you
said that
I remember
their
that.
doctor said they couldn't drink water with it.
Oh
Did
wow,
anybody read
that's
that?
then.
no.
Pokey, did you read that?
No, I've heard something about, I think it was pomegranate juice or grapefruit that we can't.
Grapefruit. Never drink grapefruit juice. We
Grapefruit,
had the most
right.
I
beautiful
heard something
grapefruit tree,
stupid like
and I
that
couldn't
too.
drink
I
it.
used to like only drink grapefruit juice as a
Yeah.
kid.
That
It
one
sucks up
drives
all
me
of your meds.
crazy that no one tells you that, but you
No.
super can't have grapefruit juice.
I know. And you know what?
Well, I was like addicted to grapefruit juice as a kid. Why did nobody tell me? And my seizures were so bad.
Oh, Rachel,
There was a
honey.
soda. It was pink
God.
grapefruit. Oh, it was that Sprite. It was pink grapefruit.
Mm.
I
And it
used to
had
drink
actual
that.
juice in it.
I used to drink that all the time. Now I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but it's a CBD chlorine. It's a memory or some kind of memory focus or something. Anyway, I've been taking it for about 2 weeks.
Yeah?
And I'll tell you what, I noticed a big difference.
You hear this, Joe?
What's it
And
called?
it's made by Z-Zen, I think. It's citicoline, CPD, cloline, CHOLINE.
Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna have to ask you to spell that again one more time. Hold on. Let me get my pen.
Okay.
Okay, Tom, thank you. What is it?
Okay, it's CITICOLINE.
INE. Got it. Thank you
Okay,
so
then
much.
down in parentheses,
Okay.
it's CPD or
Right.
CDP. CDP. CHOLINE. And it's made by Zazie. ZAZZEE. And I got that on Amazon. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can't think of anywhere else I would have heard it, but it was on one of the threads.
Really?
Epilepsy threads. Somebody said that they take it.
Okay.
And that was like I don't know, I'm going to say a week ago. Because
No.
I've been taking this, and I'm serious. I feel a difference.
That's incredible. Anybody else excited?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Any success story, that first gets
That's
going.
I wanted to say that. So that's why I brought the bottle in with me.
Oh, good.
There
Yay.
you go.
Because we all want to
Yeah.
find something to get rid of this fog.
Definitely. Oh my gosh.
I
That's
found these,
Okay, B12.
and I haven't really had focals or myoclonics in the past week. It's a week and a half that I've been taking those.
okay.
I didn't want to say nothing too early, but it's been a week and a half. It's been all right.
Do you guys take Mucinex? I started taking that when I was sick a little while ago. And it like actually helps with my epilepsy, and I'm still on it like months later because some reason, something in it just works to make the seizure, help the seizures go
Did you
away.
say
That's like
Mucinex?
a decongestant, right?
I didn't
Yeah.
Mucinex, yeah, it's Mucinex.
Huh. And
Wow.
you still,
Hey,
how
whatever
much?
works. We're all different,
So,
right?
Pookie, your B12, how much do you take a day? I'm just
It
curious, because
says
I do
take
take,
2 a day.
you
It
take two,
says
how
take
much?
2 a day, but I take 3.
And how many milligrams?
3,000 mcg.
Okay, so you
That
take
micrograms.
9,000 a day or 3,000 a
Yeah.
day? 9,000 a day. Okay, I'm just curious. Thank you. Because I do take B12 first thing in the morning, and I haven't been taking it at night. Maybe I should be.
I
Anyway,
take it 3 times a day because I heard that the medication sucks the vitamins out of us.
Yeah, I
So
heard that. And,
instead of taking it with dinner and breakfast, I take one in the middle of the day too.
okay, all right. Maybe I should be doing that. My doctor did say, that I could put certain things in the middle of the day if things weren't kind of flowing, if I was having lags. I don't know if any of you have lags in the middle of the day. I feel like 12 hours a day. I know Rachel
Oh,
here is
yeah.
taking 7 a day, so she's not having that problem. But anybody else?
Yeah, I'm having
I
lags.
was so
I lag
excited
all the
to
time.
start getting off Topamax, and things have not been going well since. So I'm feeling not great. I'm feeling bummed out.
It's all a
Because
process.
I had my cluster, and now I'm having this weird thing on the left side of my face, which is the side that's been paralyzed since my shitty surgery.
Mm.
And I'm having this like major pain on the
Oh,
left
what?
side of my face. And so it's like this big headache, but the left side of the face is even kind of swollen, which is why I'm not on video. But so I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, sweetheart.
I mean, you're not thinking
What?
swollen as in
I'm
like
so
allergic
sorry.
reaction? Like what has
How,
changed
yeah,
since to
what's
cause
going
that
on?
could cause the
Is
swelling?
is there an infection in your jaw somewhere that you don't know about? Because this is gonna be very serious, sweetie.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
want
worried
to.
Yeah, your
about you.
body retains water in a certain place. There's something going on.
Yeah, I don't know, because the only thing that's changed is that I've slightly, very slightly reduced the Topamax.
Really?
Was this a brain surgery?
Yes.
And you're having problems? You haven't talked to
Oh
your
God,
neurologist?
I was
He's
in the
had,
hospital for months.
see,
Honey,
like
you need to talk
comas,
to a
right?
neurologist. That shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I would give one of the 24/7s a call.
Yeah.
I messaged my PCP and my neurologist about the swelling, because
Yeah.
I know that I'm not being
Unnatural.
I know that it's ridiculous.
Mm.
So we'll see what they say, but I'm I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
There's
About the best
thing.
of luck.
There's
Well,
no
I'm not a
excuse. You should have
doctor,
to
but
wait for them to get back to you.
Yeah.
Metabolic acidosis? That sounds very bad, sweet pea. I don't
Right.
know.
Metabolic acidosis?
I
What
know
is
that can be one of the serious side effects of this stuff. I'm just thinking, my God, why aren't they getting back to you about this?
I
This
know.
seems very, very important.
Even something like that, I'd go into the uh
Yeah, that could be a walk-in
the
visit.
walk-in clinic somewhere.
I'm just
I know,
I'm
sweetheart.
tired
You're
of
on the third floor of a walk down, and it's really hard to even get down.
After being in the hospital that long, I'm sure he don't want to go back into another doctor's
Oh,
office.
baby.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So what are they trying to put you on to take the place of this? Or what?
they're just taking me off the Topamax at this point.
That's
And
it?
they're not replacing it with anything.
Not right now.
Are you still suffering from seizures?
Yes.
okay, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I would say you would try to replace it with something else in your combination that's going to support this.
Well,
Do
I
they know?
think I think what they're doing, they're still playing doctor here.
Oh,
When
Oh,
when
trust me,
no.
honey.
they
She's
had you had the
been.
surgery, so maybe they're taking off some medication to see what they can take. But I guess it takes a while for your body to react from the surgery, right?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe what they're doing is they're playing with the medication again to see how much you can take and how much
Sometimes I wish
what
sometimes I
doesn't
wish
work at this point.
people would realize that like humans aren't guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be nice.
It's
But yeah,
crazy.
they talked a little bit about which medications I would want to increase if need be, but they were saying that they thought that I was at a point where I might be able to just decrease the Topamax and
Okay.
And that's
stay on the others as is.
Oh dear. Okay, well, dehydration can be a problem, so swelling shouldn't be. I don't know if you're having any of the other wacky issues that can happen. What the heck? I can't believe they're not supporting you a little bit better here.
Have you
How long are
told
they
them
trying
about
to?
this yet?
I put a message on the boards that you're supposed to message them on. So
Like
I'm
my
waiting for
chart or whatever, or some
yeah,
kind of thing like that.
yeah.
So how long are they giving you to taper it off?
Um gosh, let me look at the
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I just was curious because of the things written on these.
oh no, I appreciate the help. I let me see. I have it all written down.
Well, again, at the risk of playing doctor here, it looks
Yeah.
like a stroke can cause brain swelling. Angioedema is one of the things that they call retention of water on the brain, and that does show on your face. Withdrawal symptoms with Topamax it doesn't seem like this could be for weaning off of the meds, but it definitely could be a side effect of a stroke that warrants immediate medical attention.
That's what I'm saying.
That
How
sucks.
long they
It
giving
sounds like
you?
it sucks.
How long they trying to give you for this? Because
So it looks like it's gonna be 7 weeks to take off
well,
the
at least
Topamax.
that's good because they're like, don't do this in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no.
Mm,
Seven
that's
After
weeks.
the
what.
surgery, I mean, it takes a while for your body to
yeah.
come back, but you still need to be on some sort of medication.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
keeping
they're
me
not
on
going to
quite a
cut
bit
you
of
off.
medication.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think they
just
will
they're
cut you
taking me off
off.
this one.
I still think you should probably go get looked at because of the swelling, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And I know
I
it's
Yeah,
hard to
so
get
so
down the
these
stairs.
these thrombolytics, did they have you on any like blood thinners, clot busters?
No.
Well, thank God for that. But
Yeah, because that's
still,
the only other thing I'm seeing is
this is
causing, a
the
possible
swelling
cause
is
of that.
not a good
Yeah.
thing. And I think somebody should physically look at you. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I know I'm not a
I
doctor,
was going to say we're not doctors, but I mean this is common sense.
but we love you and we want you to be okay.
Especially
Yes.
we got to keep you from being in any more pain.
Yeah.
No.
Catching
That
something in time can definitely pay off in the long run.
Oh, sweetheart.
that means a lot. Thank you guys.
I know how much you've been through already.
For real.
Go. Where your life can take you, go.
That's what I'm saying. We'll still be on the meeting and
Yeah.
we can do this for another 10 hours. You know that.
Yes. And we could be here Friday to see how you are. Please
Exactly. If anything
don't hurt
happens in the
yourself.
meantime, one of
For
us might
God's
remember something to
sake.
help you.
Reese, for Jesus' sake. We all know you very well and we don't want anything to happen to you. You've already been through
Exactly.
I
enough.
really appreciate that. My wife is gonna flip if I tell her that you guys told me to go to the doctor.
I'm sorry.
Just remind her no medical professionals here. Only
That's
only
right.
experience.
Okay. Okay.
Just call it like
Just
some mommy
well-meaning
action.
friends.
That's right. Just well-meaning friends.
There you go.
Friends.
There you go.
I just don't like the idea of swelling in the face. Is not
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it's nothing to
That's all
play
I
with
gotta say.
or wait on an answer because again, proof that medical professionals like patients are not their priority.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
probably don't get paid as much for answering a my chart question, and who knows if it's not even, just some intern who took a health class in high school.
And they
Yeah.
could totally just be like, "You're overreacting. It's just a
Exactly.
little bit. You have no idea." I don't know. It bothers me so much. And my grandfather would go crazy about this whole my chart thing.
Oh, it looks
He
like
would
I
hate
just
Oh,
it.
got
yeah.
a message actually from my PCP.
Oh.
Oh
So
yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's see.
Nice.
All right. All right. Well, I don't see that as a coincidence.
Yay.
I say prayers answered at this
There
point.
you go,
Yes.
man.
But let's not jump the gun and see if the doctor,
That's right.
doesn't try to blow it off.
But we're begging, so begging.
Yes.
Yes.
We're all like praying and begging on this
Yeah.
side.
She said she would like me to schedule an appointment with her and my neurologist.
See, this is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, better than nothing.
Any
Right, I was
sense of
gonna say that.
urgency?
Better than nothing.
Yeah. I hate it when it's like, oh, and schedule, and then you can't see them for 2 weeks or something. But hopefully
Exactly.
has like emergency appointments that she keeps for people. We'll hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, the specialists usually have to set aside a time for those kinds of appointments. But if you have to coordinate it with two specialists, then or with the PCP and the neurologist, that sounds like a schedule it as soon as possible kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to somebody as soon as you can.
Yes,
Hey guys, do we all agree?
Yeah.
What do you think, Jeff?
You're on mute.
I said, what do you think, Jeff?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Got
you.
to get it taken care of.
There you go. Okay. We all agree.
Yes.
Right.
Sorry to have taken over the.
Oh, Reese.
No, that's
Oh,
the
we're
reason we're here.
fine.
You are the reason we're here.
That's
You're
right.
the reason that we come back and love it so much because it feels like all of this wasted experience that
We
just
all
makes
have a
us
little
feel
bit of
worse.
knowledge.
Mhm.
There
Right.
you
We're
go.
learning
We can
something
share
from your
that.
everything. We're learning something every time you say something.
Exactly.
Didn't I already tell you
Who,
this
me?
week that you are an exceptional woman? So chill out.
Oh, thank you.
Perfectly fine, sweetheart.
Yes.
So
Well,
I got something that says, is it possible to become smart again if you stop having seizures? I finally found a nice medication cocktail that's preventing my seizures, at least so far. I've been having seizures for about 4 years now. My cognitive has decreased so much. I used to be smart, and now my brain can't operate well. The brain fog is also crazy. Not to mention, I have horrible memory. Is it the case that my seizure synapses will, like, get replaced by normal synapses?
Well, Tom.
no,
Do you have anything?
no, don't look at Tom. No,
No, you
no,
said
no,
something about this
no. I
memory
don't
thing
know.
could
No,
help.
I'm
Could help.
one of those few. No, I don't. I know nothing.
All
I
I
know
know is
nothing.
if
I
I
just
ever
know
say
Tom. I just know
anything
what I know.
about having a bad brain now, my wife screams at me. So
Well, at least she's supporting you.
Yeah.
My kids
Yeah,
just
we have
laugh
to
at
pick and
me.
choose. Exactly. We have to pick and choose our phrases carefully around family and loved ones, especially if children just happen to find something funny. If I start singing some like Jimmy Eat World song from decades ago, no idea why.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I
always
think
say,
it's just like try it out. If you want to learn, I wouldn't know about like maybe academic learning, but something like a skill, muscle memory, I think is always more reliable than retaining information. So if we're talking about learning here, then maybe try to do like a physical skill.
yeah.
And you know what is really funny is we had a like a a neighborhood yard sale,
You're sweet,
and
Ross.
a
You
couple
are
came,
sweet.
and the lady had had a stroke, and they were looking for kids' memory games to play together.
Yeah,
The doctor told her to do that, and I was like, "What a
when I-
great idea!" And I sold him
when
a
I
bunch. Go ahead,
I
Rachel.
play Sudoku.
Yeah, there you go. What do you do, Rachel?
when I finished my 6 brain surgeries, I didn't know basic math facts, and my mom just had a base just I have 7 siblings, and she kept everything from every single one of theirs. So I was just doing like like that level of stuff. There was like a color matching game, and I was just like, it's genuinely hard to figure out, but it's genuinely, but the more you do it, the more like the better you get at it. And so that makes
It's
it
like
rewarding, even when it's
retraining your
frustrating, like,
brain.
why can't I do this? It's like, you will be able to do this.
Anything you can do
Mhm.
to make your brain active, puzzles. Did somebody just say that? Like that's Sudoku that I think.
Right.
It keeps my mind active.
Mhm.
Even, I was a drafter for a number of years.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so I've got AutoCAD on my laptop. And so I just, I'll go find something with dimensions on it and draw it up. That keeps my mind active. And
No,
so I
AutoCAD.
think
Drawing that.
anything you can do
Mhm.
that can keep your mind busy instead of just, we're all good about lying around and vegetate.
Yes,
But
Right.
after a while, there's only so much lying around and vegetating you can do.
Yeah.
That's why
Otherwise, you start feeling bad.
pull that out. I've been like glued to my
Yeah.
drawing tablet because like I need to do something, or I feel like everything is like just like drawing even is a good way to like, because you got to like figure things out, and
Right.
I try to push myself as like how well I can draw. And
What kind of
stuff like
screen do
that.
you have?
I have hold up, it's right here.
I'm sorry, my
No,
daughters
it's
have
fine.
them too, so I'm just curious.
It's an XP pen drawing tablet.
Hey,
XP
daughter's
pen drawing
graduating eighth grade in a few weeks.
No.
Now maybe I have an idea for a graduation present.
There, Shazam. There you go.
So it's better than drawing on an iPad, I take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people who can draw with just their
Drawing
fingers, and I will never understand that because I cannot draw on like an iPad with my fingers. I cannot.
That's what I mean. It comes with this little pen, but I can't tell. I mean, she could never shade, like how she draws faces and like shading and things. It doesn't work well on the iPad pen, it looks like.
I don't know how they do it either.
Yeah,
Tracy,
and
my wife got
clueless about the
a
drawing.
drawing program
Mhm.
for an iPad. No,
No.
no. I can't even. I don't know how you draw a straight line with it.
Well, you
I
hold
do
some
a straight line.
My
I
daughters
found it.
have Wacom pads.
How do you spell that?
Oh, screens. I'm sorry. Wacom drawing screens.
Oh, okay.
They're like big, giant, screens. Like a
Oh, COM. Okay, got it.
Well, with
And I've got-
AutoCAD, everything I draw is straight line.
WACOM.
Right. Okay, now I'm finding it. I can't put anything on a list anymore. Daughter knows how to get a hold of everything. So I cannot. I got to work on this surprise like in a stealthy way.
Well, you guys
They're really, really cool. They are, no doubt.
Okay, I can definitely read up on that after bedtime.
well, the
After
people who have had brain surgeries, like I haven't, like, do they like cut your whole head off? I mean,
I got.
Oh, I was
It's
not
big.
aware. I have an incision that's like, I don't know. It's like right here.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah,
think
I've
it's
got
only
Yeah.
right here. So I think no. The answer is no, but I don't know.
I have a spot this big.
Okay.
That's right here. That's it right there.
Right.
And it's a little dimple because it filled in.
Mhm.
But Yeah, as far as cutting my skull in half, good gracious, no, no. Like I said, they just took a little thumbnail out, from what I understand.
They apparently did not, since I have a
Well,
funny
you
story
got
I
a
have
lot of
about
hair.
a funny story I have about a brain surgeries. I've had so many that one time I had all of mine at Children's, and they have like scented anesthesia there. And I like found a certain scent that I liked. And right before the guy put me under, he said, now you'll know, now next time you have a surgery, you'll know what to ask for. And then just put it on. And I was like, wait.
Rachel, is that why you wear that the
Just wear this because
barriers
I
or
like
something?
it. I just wear
Oh,
this
your
because I
hair looks
like it.
fine. I hope you're not doing that because you think your hair doesn't look good.
No,
Oh, no,
your
no.
your
Oh,
scar is
okay. That's
beautiful,
just
honey.
you.
No one
Okay,
can
no,
see
you
it.
can leave
I
it
like
on.
this hat.
No, that's fine.
I figured you just liked it because my daughters kind of do stuff like that too.
Yeah.
See, that's another
But-
reason I want to get back to the place with seasons. Summer is so long down here. If I
Honey,
even put
whatever
on like
works for
this
you.
headband would be soaked after 10 minutes outside. I miss seasons.
Florida, isn't it fun?
Ugh.
I lived there for what, 2.5 years, I think. Yeah, it rains every afternoon.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
We vacationed to Florida once, and my entire family, which is like a huge family. I have a huge family, all under one roof, and then we all got horribly sick and couldn't go anywhere. And we had bought like this this house on like this place that had like a pool and access to the beach and golf carts. But we were all too sick to go anywhere, and then the air conditioning stopped working, and then all of them.
This is in Florida. This is in Florida.
This is a horror story
Florida.
anywhere.
And we had to, and it was just so, and then like after it was over, we were all like, we're never going to Florida. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My wife's sister lives on Pine Island.
Part of the
And
Keys?
so, pardon me? In
Part of the
Florida.
Keys?
It's called Pine Island.
Okay.
Which side is
And
it on?
it's primarily just the sandbar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
But the weather's really nice there.
Oh,
But whenever you see hurricane, or what are those that come in off the ocean? Tornadoes?
The water spouts?
Well, no, when the big hurricane or tornadoes, they come into the
Yeah.
Gulf, it looks like it goes right through her home.
Oh, okay.
That's what it looks like. She has had a few that hit her place, but
We had 3 dead-on hits in like 6 weeks in the time period.
So was that like the Francis Jean era?
That was, yeah, it was, let's
Yeah.
see. Our kids were born during, God, how could I even forget this? But Bonnie and Charlie. And then there was one in between, right? Ivan. Bonnie, Charlie,
Yes.
and Ivan.
Yes.
And our kids were born on Tampa Bay Hospital, which is a man-made island, and the hospital is on and it's not a hurricane-proof hospital. Why do you do that? So we had our twins there prematurely, C-section, because they didn't want me to go into labor. And then my mom came down, terrible. Then his grandmother came down, and Ivan hit, and we were no electricity in a house, newborn preemies, and
I live in a house where like one day I live in a house where the electricity goes off like
loud.
nobody's business. Like one day they would like clear skies, sun, nothing wrong. The electricity went out.
You guys should all come to the desert. There's perfect weather there.
Hey, on this last
There's
road
no
trip we
water.
took, Arizona was a lot of fun.
You look hot.
yeah, it gets hot.
I lived in
I've been to
Mesa.
the desert.
I
Jeff
love the
looks
hot.
I lived
It
in
is
Mesa
hot.
for about
I'm
6
less
months.
I'm less great on the hot.
I don't
I
think
just
so.
like the outdoors, and if dehydration is a trigger, I think the desert's pretty much ruled out for me.
Just drink a lot.
Dehydration, I have a little trouble with that after a while. But you know what? I prefer warm places most of the time.
What I do
Yeah,
with
the Grand Canyon was
what I do
beautiful
with
too.
dehydration is since I don't tend to drink a lot of water on my own, I try to like
Yeah.
I
This
try
is
to
my
buy
issue,
like
coffee.
fun, yeah.
Got taken.
I try to buy like stupid or like fun cups that I'll want to use. And then I'll be like, I want to use this cup. What can I put in it? Oh no, that's right, water, right, Brain? We can put water in this, and then I'll end up drinking a lot of water.
There you go.
Hey, that's the way to do
also
it.
taken to drinking like LaCroix or something like once a day at least to make me feel like I'm having something other than water. That's still water.
I've got sweet tea right here.
Now, I
I'll
heard
do that when
people
I'm
say
bad.
that coffee is a trigger for them.
I've heard that too. Not
They've
for me.
told
Coffee
me
is a trigger
Is
for
it? Because I mean, I've always had an issue, major issue with the amount of coffee I drink.
I've never had an issue with coffee.
Just my issue is a headache.
Oh,
Oh.
I like it too
Oh.
much. That's my problem.
Yeah, coffee is my heroin.
Yeah, exactly.
I have got a serious problem. I mean, I've weaned way off, but from my addiction, I have to have at least 1 cup of coffee a day. Otherwise, at night, bad.
Yeah. I'm not doing too good with the complete lack of coffee. It is really not working for me at all. I don't know. Anybody else?
I've tried.
Banned from it.
I've
Coffee
got
is
down to 1 cup.
Coffee is insanely addicting. Like I can have it
Yeah.
whenever. It doesn't bother me. But one time I thought I remember like thinking I should make some coffee and then realizing that I was drinking coffee while thinking about getting coffee.
I was
what
trained by
happened. I
my
think what happened
husband.
is I'm sorry. I
No,
think
go
what
ahead.
happened was Tracy got a espresso maker. I think was that a yard sale or but that was the worst thing in the world because I was drinking coffee like water,
Mm.
and after that, to this day, I have to have a cup of coffee a day. I have to.
I cut out caffeine totally.
Good for you.
Soda.
Good for you.
I tell people if you don't drink coffee,
Don't
don't
start.
start.
You know
Don't
what?
start.
My husband is the one who brought the espresso machine to the marriage and taught me that. But I received my first coffee pot as a Christmas gift from my grandparents at 16. But seriously, his grandmother raised him, and she was a Italian grandmother in New Jersey, and there was always a pot of coffee on. All her
Always.
5 siblings lived nearby. Everybody had a pot of coffee constantly. Had a cup of coffee, and yeah, I learned to do that with them too.
I have a bad job story that links to every one of these things because I got a job at a Barnes and Noble, and there was a Starbucks. Well, it wasn't technically a Starbucks, but it was basically a Starbucks linked.
Yeah, I
Right.
was in a
Barnes
Barnes and Noble the other day.
We all know what you're
And,
talking about.
We know what you mean.
Everyone
Yeah.
who got a job there had to start at the Starbucks to make sure that they could work shifts for the people who were taking breaks. And then they just kept making me work there even after my first week when I was just temping. So I wound up working an entire summer in a Starbucks, even though that wasn't what I was hired for.
I
I
wanted to
feel
give
like
a
I should
shout.
clarify at this point. If I laugh at any point, I laugh when presented with a bad situation. I
It's
am not.
fine. You
I
know
am
what? I
not
do that
laughing at
too.
any of
Honey,
you guys.
you find a
It's
reason to
funny.
laugh.
It's
I have learned
Laugh
as
is an
an
addiction. It's
adult
always
that
good.
I should have responded differently than I did.
just, you know what?
But I was just not able to
Yeah.
I was just not able to respond the way that I should have at that age.
Tackle it.
I was just nervous all the time, and so I did what they told me to, even though I shouldn't have.
Mhm.
Well, as
So
long as you're not laughing at people.
No, generally laughing
No.
at bad situations is a way I learned to deal with trauma too. So Rachel, totally, I'm not laughing at nobody. Y'all know.
I'm not laughing, no. All of you
Me
are.
either. I'm not laughing at you.
that.
I got
So yeah,
something.
I have a bad summer story where I accidentally worked as a barista.
In a bookstore, you meant to be working in a bookstore.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Awful. I'm sorry. As
Yes,
a
I'm
former
very sorry.
manager of various places, I apologize for whoever it was did that to you.
But so when people tell their coffee stories, I'm like, yeah, I know how to make all the coffee, but as a result of that, I do not drink coffee. I am very against coffee.
Well, I wish I could. I just can't afford to go out and drink coffee the way I used to.
Yeah. It's
We got a French press.
Yeah, I've
This
got one.
way, this is it. But I would take my Mr. Coffee. I'd make a pot of coffee and drink the whole thing. Now
Wow.
we have a French press. That's 2 cups of coffee.
Okay.
One for
Ooh.
me and one for my wife.
okay.
Unless she doesn't drink it, then I'll drink it.
Oh.
But
I am still addicted to chai, which I need to stop. But every time I can get my hands on that, I'm like, oh yes, please.
But
Yeah.
I make my
I've
kids.
heard that chamomile tea isn't good for us.
Nope.
where did I hear that?
Me.
No.
it was last.
That's what it
Tuesday.
was.
Yeah, somebody
what it
mentioned
was.
it last Tuesday.
Mhm.
Somebody was saying that chamomile tea,
Yeah.
it does something with your medication.
Right.
Oh, go
Yeah. Did I
figure.
hear that right?
Yep. It does. Let me just look
And
up
in that
exactly.
same thread, somebody was saying that the type of medication that they were on, the doctor said that she's not supposed to drink water with it because it dilutes it. And 100 people were like, "Excuse me, you can't drink water? No, your
Right.
body is
crazy.
like 90% water. You're supposed to be drinking water." And it's like you need to get another neurologist.
I think these
So
neurologists really
that didn't
just
make
don't
any sense.
explain it, because what my neurologist told me was that you can't have, a gallon of water in 3 hours or something like that. That could dilute the medication, but again, it's within reason.
Right. They were saying no water.
Yeah, that doesn't make
No.
sense.
That's
Yeah.
I
crazy.
think that information was just like relayed
Oh,
wrong.
yeah. I was like, no, honey, you didn't understand what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of any. I mean, I don't know of a dentist that would tell you something like that.
So you've got chamomile tea increases the effect of some epilepsy medications, particularly those with sedative properties, potentially leading to drowsiness or increased cognitive effects. It's generally advised to talk to your doctor or pharmacist before using chamomile tea if you're on any epilepsy medication. And then it says interactions with anti-seizure drugs. Chamomile interacts with various anti-seizure medication, including Dilantin, Depakote, and particularly increasing their sedative and cognitive effects because it sucks it all up at once, right?
Right,
So
that's
you're
what we
really, 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 and then you don't have anything left in your system, and you end up having a problem before your next dose. And it can also interact with blood thinners and other sedatives. So, yeah,
No chamomile tea.
everybody avoid
That
it.
was crazy.
I didn't know this for so long, and I
Yeah,
discovered it.
I'm
I
and
just
didn't
finding
know
out
that
about this
either,
too.
but I'm kind of happy. Is that weird? I hate chamomile tea, so I'm
I'm not
like,
happy
nice
because I got a
excuse.
cabinet full of it.
Yeah,
What in the
That's
exactly,
what I'm
right?
saying. Mixing chamomile and cinnamon was like a go-to recipe if I'm not drinking the green tea, which I drank too much of for too long. I
Mhm.
thought I was having success, like finding another favorite, but
I'm
now then we don't want the
sorry.
chips.
I didn't mean to destroy you. I feel bad about it, but the thing is
It's
I
not
had a
you, it's
cabinet
the
full of
It's not
chamomile.
you.
I had
You
a cabinet full
provided
of
me
teas
the
where
reason.
every single one of them, the very first ingredient would be chamomile, and I would be like, "Wait a minute, okay, that's not. I can't have that one." Or
See,
whatever.
there's
Oh,
so
I
many
didn't think about it being an
contradictions.
ingredient in other teas. Now
That's
that's
what I'm saying. You
upsetting.
have to be careful. You have to look at the ingredient list when you're
Oh,
buying.
I couldn't have sugar or coconut as a kid, so now right now I can't have MSG. So I like
Right.
nowadays even like I'm just so used to looking for coconut or sugar like because like that those used to be triggers.
Oh
Thankfully
my
aren't anymore.
gosh.
But I'm just so used to looking at the side of every product before I buy it and being like, all right,
Oh,
does this have whatever in
every
it?
label.
Okay, I told you guys that I give out samples at Costco.
Right.
All right. And every day it's something different.
Hmm.
I have every other person that comes up to my station
Hmm.
is reading the ingredients
Yeah.
because
That
everybody, and I'm scratching, when I first started, I was scratching my head.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not that big a deal,
Right.
and then there's 21 different epileptic medications. Each one has got its own side
Interaction or
effects.
something. Right.
And then here we got the chamomile.
Hmm.
Then
Which
you
interacts with almost all of them.
right, and now was it Rachel?
Yes.
You can have coconut. Isn't that what you just said?
I couldn't have coconut. I can have
Okay.
it now, but
But
for a
I'm just
while it was a trigger.
Yeah. So I mean, people were saying that they can't have coconut, and I'm like, that was one of the things that people were looking for
Mhm.
because it's a nut. It's a tree nut.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Can be. Yeah.
And if there's a nut, and if there's an ingredient of a tree nut, even
Mhm.
if it's the oil from the nut,
Yep.
okay, that's people are allergic to that.
Mhm.
And so I have to read the ingredients of the stuff I'm giving out a lot of times because people might be allergic to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
when
You
I
can't
had
have
to
an
do
almond
everything
joy.
for my
Yeah,
thyroid
even
cancer,
that.
I
There you
can't
go.
even tell you guys. So there was this thing after the surgery to get my thyroid removed where I don't even remember the words for it, but I had to have this. So the theme of this was how we don't have memory. So that this is
I
fun.
think
I
we're
don't
well past
remember things, but I had to. It was like this. Uh. This.
Bye, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Bye,
Uh.
bye,
Hi,
thanks,
Jeff.
Sorry.
bye, thanks.
It was this. What's the word? It's like they had it in a special uh container and everything because it was so um like is radioactive the right word? That sounds
Could
so
be. That could be.
scary.
It
But
could
yeah,
be.
it
You're
was like
talking about thyroid cancer, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, so
yeah, they
so
do.
it was that, and before I had it done, I had to be on the weirdest diet.
Oh,
And so I had to be
Um,
checking everything.
that's good.
And it wound up being like I couldn't eat anything. Honestly, it was like I basically had to eat like fruit and that was it. But I was
Oh.
checking the ingredients on everything I ate, trying to find stuff I could eat
I feel
for
so
like
bad for
the
you guys.
week
Yeah.
before
I'm
that.
sorry.
It
All you
was
people that have got all these allergies and things you can't eat.
Yeah.
I thought that people were just making, I don't know. I didn't
Being
believe
prissy.
it. I didn't believe it was
Prissy.
true.
Yeah.
I really didn't. But then after I've been there for about, I don't know, 6 months maybe. And after I see all these people, from teenagers to people that are 80 years old, everybody has to read the ingredients.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe it at first. I said, no, you people are just playing with me.
Yeah, it was such a mess. I found a recipe when I was on this diet before this thing I had to do, where I found this recipe for these nasty peanut butter fake cookies that I could eat, and I thought they were so amazing
Oh
compared to
man.
everything else that I was allowed to eat during this diet.
Oh,
And
sad.
my
Now you
wife
guys are going to make me
them.
cry.
My wife tasted them and she was like, these are the grossest thing I've ever eaten. And I was like, these are amazing. I'm so happy. And it was so funny.
But
'Cause I
you
want to
knew
just
that
eat, I
whole
eat
time you have something to
everything.
look forward to. This is not going to last forever, and it was only a certain amount of time. So that's what got me through that whole like detox before and after surgery kind of thing. They were telling me to do something similar.
Yeah,
And
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
very
some stuff
funny.
that you
And like
never
the
even like
doctor who
tastes
saw
better.
me and did the test to make sure everything went away after,
Yeah.
he literally said, like, as I was leaving, he was like, I hope to never see you again. And I was like, same.
How?
That
Right.
for some reason that for some reason reminded me of one of my doctors told me that every single hospital or like every single like disability has like one case that's really, really impossible to solve and really, really hard and nothing like the others and just a huge challenge. And it's almost like a pink unicorn. And then he looked me straight in the eyes and he said, Rachel, you're the pink unicorn of epilepsy.
Nice.
I'm so sorry.
That's great.
Right.
Great.
You know, maybe that worked on other pediatric patients, but come on, raise the bar. You're not 5. You don't want to hear about My Little Pony. That is not your screensaver.
That's terrible.
Come on.
Although my
Come
daughter's
on.
20 and she loves My Little Pony.
I love My Little Pony.
Guys,
Let
I'm
me not say
sorry.
anything.
I have to go.
Oh, Tom.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We really love talking. I'm so glad I was able to
I
be
love
here this
talking.
time. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Well-
I've been on here for 2 hours and I'm sorry. I
all
love
right.
talking with you guys. I really, really, this is fun.